Hello, Dragon Slayers. This is Dr. Tom Bitker, and I am offering our Dragon Slaying podcast. I want to talk today about cognitive testing. It is of interest that in our society, virtually every profession that has life and death responsibilities are compelled to undergo cognitive testing. Doctors have to pass board exams and need to be recertified. Pilots need qualifications where their qualifications need to be certified. Judges and attorneys pass a bar exam. The only exception in our society, professions that have life and death responsibility, are politicians. And quite obviously, as we witnessed in our last presidential debate, our presidents. It's of interest that even pro football players have to take a Wonderlic test. Obviously, President Joe Biden failed in this past debate. What's that mean? Well, it means that we have had, probably for the past 4 years at least, a presidency that has been run by technocrats protecting and shielding the president. The signs of his growing incompetence became obvious to anybody who would watch. But nonetheless, the media protected him and his own staff protected him, rather sadly. Now, admittedly, our other candidate, Donald Trump, is not a perfect human being. Witness perhaps the attitude of his own wife toward him. But nonetheless, if you look at his policies were probably far more protective of us than current Democratic policies. And I only point to our cities, which are in disrepair and are in significant disruption, secondary to crime. Our border policies, which has permitted to cross our border probably 10 million undocumented aliens, some of whom are hostile to the interest of this country, including potential terrorists. Our international position, we're coincident to the debacle associated with our catastrophic Afghanistan withdrawal. We are seeing wars on multiple fronts as evil forces are looking at the weakness in American leadership and taking advantage of that. These are consequences of not being vigilant about our political leaders and not being able to hold our parties accountable for shielding this level of incompetence and corruption. So that's the podcast for today. Be aware that we are at a time where things are not going to be easy. It's going to be very difficult for the Democratic Party to disenfranchise those people who voted in the primaries in behalf of a candidate that was misrepresented by the party. Very likely, the party will choose someone who has more appeal than President Biden. But we need to also look at the policies of the party and what impact those policies have had on our country. Okay, that's my podcast for today. I hope you do well, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.